Hey guys, welcome to this special edition of the Incoherent Report. Tonight's Dodgers-Padres game got real interesting. Zack Greinke on the hill for the Dodgers hits Carlos Quentin in the shoulder. Carlos Quentin ends up charging the mound, and long story short, Greinke ends up with a broken clavicle, and he's going to end up on the disabled list. If you've heard about it, seen it, hadn't heard about it, either way, I'll set the scene for you. It's bottom of the sixth, no on, no outs, and a full count. Greinke runs one up and in on Quentin, hits him. Quentin takes a couple steps towards the mound, starts walking towards first base, gets a step or two into it. They exchange words, and Quentin charges the mound. 3-2 count in a one-run ball game. Generally not the time pitchers send a statement, and not the best time. And Dodgers are claiming that he didn't send a statement. He's claiming he didn't send a statement. And a lot of baseball people are saying that, that's not, he's not going to send a statement at that time. But in my opinion, I think he did it on purpose. Did he go into the at-bat going, I'm going to drill him? No. I really don't think he did. I think he thought about it in the middle of that at-bat, and his emotions got the better of him, lapse in judgment, and he decides to hit him. A.J. Ellis set up, down and away, and he misses by 2.5 feet up and in and hits him in the shoulder. Greinke's not your big hit-by-pitch guy, and he's not your wild pitch guy. Last year, in 212 innings pitched, he only hit 2 batters and had 8 wild pitches. So, Greinke's not generally going to miss the strike zone by that much. Carlos Quentin is known for crowding the plate. He's one of the most hit guys in baseball, and he and Greinke do have a history together. Greinke has hit him 2 other times in the past when both players were in the American League. Quentin mentioned that during his after-the-game interview in the clubhouse. Does getting hit by a pitch warrant charging the mound? No. Did Zack Greinke say something? Yeah, you can clearly see it on the replay that he said something, and Quentin says, that he wasn't going to charge the mound, but after he said something, that pretty much set that in motion. Had Quentin just kept on walking and ignored it, this wouldn't have happened, and there's a lot of people upset, the entire Dodgers organization. Don Mattingly, obviously upset, and I can totally understand that. $140 million for a top of the rotation guy, and he's now on the disabled list because of a fight in a baseball game. This happens in hockey, but not in baseball. I don't condone charging the mound. I don't condone throwing at hitters. As a pitcher myself, I've never done it, and I absolutely refuse to do it. It has no place in the game. I don't care backing up your teammate for any reason warrants throwing a 90-mile-an-hour fastball up around some guy's ear. So, but that's the game of baseball. That is accepted in baseball. Charging the mound is not, and it's not, and it is generally frowned upon. Quentin's definitely going to end up with a suspension on this. Guys who charge the mound always do. Whether Greinke's going to get suspended out of this, we don't know. Initially, Greinke was taken out of the game reportedly for an injury, but the umpires revealed later that he was ejected from the game. Dodgers want to know why, but everyone's being pretty mum about it. So, whether he's going to get a suspension out of it, I don't really know. If he does, that kind of then may lead me to believe that, he as more proof that he did throw at him. But, he did invite it. He threw his glove to the ground, dropped his shoulder, and you got to give Greinke credit. Quentin outweighs him by a good 35, 40 pounds. He dropped his shoulder and took it well. He got pushed back, obviously, but he took it well. They ended up on the deck, too. Now, a lot of, did the clavicle get broken when they impacted or when they hit the ground? A lot of people are mad at Quentin for grabbing Greinke and throwing him to the floor, but, if you watch the video, that's not exactly how it happened. Yeah, he grabbed onto it and they were tussling. A.J. Ellis grabs on and starts to roll Quentin out, and then Ellis got pushed from behind by Padres player, and then it all went to the ground. So, you know, you got to look at it in that light too. I mean, I know, you know, people are real passionate about it. You know, you see what you want to see in a video. You got to look at it, you know, from an objective point of view, and that's what I'm trying to do here. You know I am not a Dodger fan. I love seeing the Dodgers lose, but, you know, I like seeing them lose on the baseball field. I like seeing them lose the game. I don't want to see guys get hurt, especially in a situation like that. I don't want to see the Dodgers lose their season because some guy got hurt because of something stupid. No, I just want to see the Dodgers get beat on the field in the game of baseball. I want to see the players handle it on the field, on the scoreboard. You know, I want to see the runs scored. I want to see the pitching duels. You know, I want to see the Dodgers get beat that way. So, you know, Dodger fans, don't get on me because you think that because I'm not a Dodger fan, that I'm a Dodger hater, and, you know, that I'm excusing Quentin's actions. I'm not at all. I don't agree with it at all, and I hope he gets a good suspension out of it. Mattingly wants him suspended for the length of Greinke's injury. And I can't say I disagree with that. It's not going to happen, but, you know, I can't say I disagree with it. And in all honesty, I don't think Greinke's injury was, you know, quote-unquote Quentin's fault because how it went down. But, you know, if he hadn't charged the mound, Greinke doesn't get hurt. So, you know, you could definitely make a good argument for that. So I agree, Quentin's going to get suspended. He deserves a suspension. And if he gets suspended for the entire length of Greinke's injury, I think that sends a great message to guys. And hopefully, you know, at one point to keep this from ever happening. I mean, it's always going to happen. It's a part of the game. So, but, you know, luckily it's already relatively rare as it is. And most baseball fights are not a lot of punching. It's just a lot of grabbing, shoving, and hugging, and jawing back and forth. Matt Kemp, Jerry Hairston Jr. Both got ejected from this game as well. Kemp obviously was upset. You know, a lot of take it like a man and this, that, and the other. He was physically having to be restrained by multiple teammates, by Mark McGwire, Josh Beckett. A lot of guys were pulling him back. So now, next week, the Padres go to Dodger Stadium. This could get interesting on the field. I got a feeling you may see a handful of brushback pitches. Both dugouts getting warned. Could get interesting in the stands as well. Dodger fans have gotten a bad reputation for obvious reasons. You know, 90% of Dodger fans are fine, but it's that 10% that are going to ruin it for everybody. If you're a Padres fan, I would avoid this series like the plague. If you have tickets to Dodger Stadium for this series, I would sell them on Craigslist. I wouldn't go anywhere near that ballpark. You know, you run the risk of that 10% being there and causing problems, and just it could end up real bad. Dodger fans, you know, I know you're upset. And I totally understand it. But you got to keep your emotions in check. You know, you got to remember this is a kid's game. Let the guys handle it on the field. You're there to enjoy the game of baseball and watch it play out in front of you. Root for your home team. Jeer against the Padres. That's fine. You know, if Quentin ends up coming up to bat during this series, boo him to death. Boo this guy into the ground. When he strikes out, cheer. You know, when he hits an infield flyout or a pop-out in foul territory, cheer that to death. But please don't throw anything on the field. And don't get into it with Padre fans over this. It's not worth it. This is a kid's game. Let the guys handle it on the field. And, you know, if the Dodgers beat the Padres, just point at the scoreboard and say, there it is. You know, the proof's in the pudding there. Our team's better than yours. And leave it at that. There's no need to get out of hand. There's no need for it to get physical or personal. You know, everybody's there for baseball. That's what too many people forget, that this is for the game of baseball. You're there to watch a show in front of you. You were there to watch some elite athletes play a game that we have played since we were kids, but we all weren't good enough to make it into the pros and get paid millions of dollars to play in front of large crowds. So, please keep your emotions in check for this. We'll see how this plays out. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments on it. You can also see our Facebook page at facebook.com/theincoherentreport. New videos every Wednesdays. It's not always going to be about baseball. Could be about news and politics. I generally shy away from politics, but every now and then you'll get a topic that's just too easy to pass up. So hit subscribe, check in often, leave me your comments, keep it civil please, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for watching.